I'm Miss Newman.
I'm Mr. Duffin.
And we are here to tell you about the coolest, most amazing summer opportunity ever that you're ever going to get, at least this summer, because it's with us.
Which we are pretty cool, so it is cool. But the purpose of this video
is to talk really fast.
Shush. The purpose of this video is just to kind of give you a little bit of an idea of the particulars, what it costs, what we're doing, what it entails, and you know, how you register.
And what it is.
Yeah.
And it is basically a book club, for lack of a better term. There's not really anything else to call it, I suppose, except a book club, unless you want to specifically call it the Shakespeare trip.
Now there's two extra cool things about this. First is that if you're a high school student, you actually get credit for this. You get a half a credit, which is a half a year's worth of English credit. So if you do this year and then decide you want to do it another year, and when we do it again, which we likely will, you'll take out a whole year of English credit right there.
We are going to get together once a week on Tuesdays from 1 to 3 in the couch room, which is where we are currently standing.
At Liberty Academy.
At Liberty Academy in Salem.
We will meet starting in June. And
the second week of June. So you'll have that first week right after the break off. And then the second, which is actually, I believe, the first full week of June. Mm-hmm. The first full week of June, we'll meet here. And
we'll meet through June and July. And
you'll need to attend at least 75% of the classes. Now, another thing to keep in mind with the credit that you'd be getting for this class, if you are a high school student, you'll be given credit based on a pass-fail. So it's not going to necessarily affect your grade point unless you don't come. Then it would negatively affect your grade point. But a pass-fail is not an A or a B or anything. We're not going to give you any tests. It's just, are you coming and are you participating?
And then the trip we'll be going down to Cedar City and spend 3 days down there and see shows. And that will happen August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. If you are planning to do this to get credit, you will need to...
You have to go to the trip.
Yeah, you have to go on the trip in August because that's part of our class time.
So it really will be very low-key. We want to keep it very informal. We want to have a lot of fun, and we don't want to stress you out at all because it's summer, and we really do just want it to be very social and fun.
Now, what does it cost? This class costs $200 to take the class. Now what does that go towards? Really doesn't go towards the class at all. All that does is pay for your trip. That includes transportation, hotels, and tickets while we're down in Cedar City.
It does not include food. So if you want to come on the trip, then your trip will cost more than $200, but it will depend on how much money you decide to spend on food. Mm-hmm. Now, if you're not a Liberty student and you would like to attend, we'd be happy to have you. You'll just have to pay an extra $50 fee to register for the class since you are not a Liberty student.
So the class will cost $250 if you're not a Liberty student.
So which plays are we reading? Well, that's another good question. On August 1st, we'll be seeing one of the plays that we'll be reading, which is The Glass Menagerie by Tennessee Williams. It's a really super artsy play, one that you will either really, really like or really, really dislike would be my guess. And then that afternoon we'll be seeing a play called, or that evening on August 1st, we'll be seeing a play called Noises Off, which is ridiculously funny, and we will not be reading that play in class, so that'll be a nice surprise for you. The second day, on August 2nd, we'll be seeing The Music Man, which is one of our personal favorites, in the afternoon, and we'll be seeing a play called Richard III by Shakespeare in the evening. That is a play we will read together in class. And then the last day, on August 3rd, we will see A Midsummer Night's Dream as a matinee, which is the last one that we'll read in class. Another thing that we'll do while we're down in Cedar is attend what they have. It's kind of a backstage opportunity where you can tour the backstage areas of the shows, see how the sets work, since it is what they call a repertory theater where they rotate between shows. Every night the theater has a different show going up, so you get to see how they take down one set and put another one up in a couple of hours. It's a pretty fun thing.
Yeah, so it is pretty fun to watch how they do that.
Now, one last thing. Parents, if you are watching, we will need extra chaperones because as amazing as the two of us are, we cannot be everywhere at once. And we would like to get a big group going because the more people we have, the cheaper our tickets are. So, if you are interested in coming, or if you have siblings that are interested in coming, or friends that are interested in coming that don't necessarily want to come to our class for credit, but they would like to go on the trip, that includes older siblings who've had us before, that includes younger siblings who aren't quite old enough yet. Anybody who wants to come, including parents because we need chaperones, we would be happy to have you. So be sure to let us know if you would like to join us on the trip, whoever you are, because the more the merrier and the cheaper.
So what do you do if you want to register for this class? Well, you can register here in person at Liberty Academy, which is in Salem. If you're not quite sure where that is, you can go to the Liberty Academy address, which is right there on the bottom of the screen. We'll put that address up there. So you can go there and see where it is. You can register there in person. You can also email us if you have questions or want more information. Our email address is also now right there. We're amazing that way. With any questions, that's the best way to get a hold of us and contact us so you can make sure that you secure your spot in the class. So we look forward to seeing many of you that want to come hang out, have a fun summer, get some credit, go on a fun trip. That's eat some good food. That's the experience, that's the opportunity. So we hope to see many, 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 many of you.